Ethan Vessels, lawyer in Marietta, Ohio. I am licensed both in Ohio and West Virginia. Today's question is, what is ERISA? ERISA, abbreviated E-R-I-S-A, is the Employee Retirement Income Security Act of 1974. It's a federal statute and, as its name implies, governs and regulates employee pension plans and retirement plans. However, what many people do not realize is that this statute, ERISA, also governs and regulates most other employee benefit plans, such as health insurance, long-term and short-term disability insurance, life insurance, and accidental death and dismemberment insurance plans. The key is that they are employer-sponsored plans. So anytime you can put the words employer-sponsored in front of an insurance or benefit plan, it will usually be governed by ERISA. ERISA is a complicated law. And in fact, I will tell you, and most other lawyers who practice in this area will tell you, it's oftentimes an unfair law, unfair to employees and beneficiaries and participants in the plan. It's complicated, it's heavily regulated, and there are many hurdles for those claiming benefits under employee benefit plans. One of the things that makes it difficult is that almost all of these cases occur in federal court. Sometimes you can bring the case in state court, but almost all of the time the employer or the employee benefit plan will remove the case to federal court. And in all circumstances, whichever court you're in, they will be applying the federal law, that is ERISA. Other things that make the law unfair is that in almost all of the cases brought before the federal court, the employee, the beneficiary, or the participant is not entitled to a jury. And, unbelievably, in most of the cases, you will not be entitled to a trial at all. Instead, in what we call benefit claims, when you are claiming benefits under your plan, whether that's health insurance, life insurance, or disability insurance, or what have you, the federal judge who is assigned to your case will simply review what is called an administrative record prepared by the plan administrator and simply adjudicate the case based on whether or not the plan administrator treated you fairly. Not necessarily whether the judge would have come to the same decision, but whether or not the plan administrator treated you fairly and considered all of the evidence. Now, this is a gross oversimplification, but that is it in its essence. There are other causes of action under ERISA that give differing levels of review, but that's the baseline. And many times it's unfair because you do not have the opportunity to give the judge new evidence because there's no trial. This brings up an important point about all of ERISA claims. There is an absolute requirement that you must exhaust your administrative remedies before you file a lawsuit. Put in layman's terms, this means that if you have the chance to appeal the adverse benefit determination, you must do so within the plan or in front of the plan administrator before you file a lawsuit. So if you have a disability policy, for instance, you've applied for benefits and they've denied your benefits, you cannot immediately file a lawsuit. You must appeal to the plan administrator and follow the procedures for filing that appeal and follow their timelines. If it requires 2 levels of appeal, you should do that. If you fail to do this, many times your case will simply be dismissed from court, or if the judge does hear your case, will not listen to any of the evidence that you might have otherwise provided to the plan administrator. He or she will not listen to new evidence. This brings up a final point about ERISA claims in general and hiring a lawyer. My advice to anyone who is confronting an ERISA matter is to hire a lawyer. This is not one of the areas of law where you can wing it or try to do it yourself. And if you do hire a lawyer, you must hire a lawyer who is an expert in ERISA, one who is experienced in handling ERISA claims in front of federal judges. Most lawyers, 99% of lawyers, have never handled an ERISA case in federal court. So when you are confronted with one of these situations, make sure you are asking around, checking on the internet, and finding a lawyer who does ERISA cases. If you need more information about your ERISA case, please do not hesitate to give us a call at our law firm, Fields, Dehmlow, and Vessels. We regularly handle ERISA cases both in Ohio and West Virginia. Our number is 740-374-5346, or you can visit us at our website, www.fieldsdehmlow.com.